Hello children, it's nice to see you once again. Karibuni sana to our Bible club. Remember, this club is a club that talks about many things. We talk about stories, we do stories from the Bible. I tell you stories that are known all over the world, and we try and have something from the Bible that matches the story that I tell you. And we sing, we play games. There are things that we are going to be doing very soon outside there, real games that will make you enjoy and have a good time. Yes, and we also cook. Remember, I told you it is a Bible club, and everything that we do has a connection to heaven. But I want to welcome you. My name is Mama Kisumu, and I love Jesus. Do you still love Jesus? Yes. Now, I hope you have your Bibles, your pencil, and a pen and a paper somewhere to write, okay? So that you'll be able to remember these stories, and you'll be able to tell another person the same story that you've had today, an opportunity you have that maybe another child does not have, all right? So today, I want us to have our topic as walking in love. Walking in love. Remember, love is the greatest, it was the greatest thing that Jesus left to his disciples, that we should love one another. And love is the only thing that remains, all right? When friendship goes away, when people leave you, when you're unhappy, when you don't know what to do, remember Jesus loves you. Okay? Yes, Mama Kisumu may be here for some time, but maybe one day she will not be there to tell you how much she loves you, because I really do love you. But love, love, love is the only thing that remains when every other thing is what? Is gone. So today I want us to talk about walking in love. Now, what does it mean to walk in love? What does it mean? Can you describe, maybe ask the child seated next to you, what do you think walking in love means? All right? And according to Mama Kisumu here, I have a few notes I put for myself so that I can be able to tell you. Number one, walking in love is to live our lives with love. Live our lives with love. If you don't love anybody, how can you say they are your friends? Okay? Today I have my friends. And I have friends that I love talking to. I have friends that I love visiting. I have friends I love sharing my jokes with, sharing my secrets with. But do you know what? Above all my friends, I have a friend I call Jesus. Because that is a friend who remains when all these other friends do what? When they go away. So, living our lives with love. Living in obedience to, one, God, your parents, your guardians, authority. And when I talk about authority, I mean people like your teachers, your pastors, all right? The other kind of walking in love is to live in kindness and being merciful to others at school, at home, in church, at your places of work for those who are working. And I'm talking to you teachers, you're also inclusive in my story. And letting your heart reach out to others wherever you go, to be humble and to be honorable. I want us to look at a verse over there in your Bibles. Let's go to the book of 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 5 to 6. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 5 to 6. And this is the way it goes. Young men, In the same way, be submissive to those who are older. All of you, clothe yourselves with humility towards one another, because God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Humble yourself, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. In due what? In due time. And when I say that, being humble is not only for you kids, it's also for you teachers. Hello, teachers out there in schools. Just love me. I know it's not all of you who are what I'm talking about, but we have teachers who you are in school, but okay, and I'll tell you how and what I mean. But I love you and I pray for you, because I believe anybody and everybody can change. You kids, you bullies out there, mabuli wa mtaa, wale mnajiita mabuli wa mtaa. Mtoto akipita hivi ushamwangusha, umemgonga, umemnyang'anya, umemfanyia. That's a bully. All right? And we shall talk in another lesson about bullies. I will show you how and what happens. All right? So, on another point, for the teachers, teachers, maybe people who are working out there in jobs, and you know you are the boss, you are the leader. This is what it is. Teachers don't have favorites. Teach all kids the same. Are you a teacher with kids? And maybe they are not in your school, they are in another school. Make sure you treat the children in your school well. Teach them well, without favoritism. Because let me tell you, you may be in that school and they are not your kids that you are teaching. And God up there is watching and he sees. So remember, saa zile unakataa kuongoza mtoto wa mtu pande hii, na wewe wako wako pande ile, pia huko pia kuna mwalimu. And that teacher may be doing something worse to your child, creating a monster of your child because you don't want to take care of the ones that God has given you here. I am a teacher and I know. Reach out to the slow and the troubled. Don't close your eyes when injustices are done or judge unfairly to crimes that are reported. Teacher, there are those kids who are just wakushtaki kazi yao. I think hao wakipelekwa mbele kama uko kotini, they'll be very good at telling the judge what has happened, you know, and then they did. Na huyu anakuja teacher. Kuna mtoto anachapa huko kwa field. Wacha hao wachapane. When will they ever grow? Ati teacher, kuna mtoto amefinyiliwa pale kwa mawe. Nani anamfinya? Si anafinywa na kina Johnny na kina sijui nani wengine. And you teacher, because unajua Johnny ndiye anakuleteange ka apple for break, unasema endo ambio wawachane na hiyo what they are doing. Let me tell you, you have not done well, because you are supposed to go and find out. Maybe that child actually anaweza finywa mpaka akufe. We've heard of kids who are bullied until they die. So are you waiting for one to die so that now you can start running? It is not fair, isn't it? Teachers. Teachers, you do not know who you are training. Do you know you don't know who you're training? Because, why am I saying this? Let us first read 1 Peter. Okay, let's go to 1 Peter chapter 2. In the book of 1 Peter chapter 2. And we are going to go from verse 1. Therefore, rid yourselves of all malice and all deceit, hypocrisy, envy, and slander of every kind. And then we jump to verse 4. As you come to him, the living stone, rejected by men, but chosen by God, and precious to him. Huyo mtoto mwenye unaona ni slow in class, you don't want to entertain, unaona huyu anakubo, huyu akuleteangi ka apple, huyu akufanyiangi, ako ndio ako kanaitwa nini? Rejected by men. Because he doesn't have friends. She doesn't have friends. Anakaa in class. At the back of the class ndiye alipewa kwanza akaange huko kwa sababu yeye ni slow, ashiki haraka, hata akiambiwa ajui kushika, nothing, anakaa huko mwisho. But chosen by God and precious to him. That child is chosen by God and is precious to him. That is why I'm saying you don't know who you train. You don't know who you are teaching. You may be teaching the president. You may be teaching the governor. You may be teaching that doctor. Mwenye atakuja kukutibu wewe ukiwa mzee. So when you don't train this child, when you don't teach this child well, when you don't help them, how do you expect to get a doctor who knows how to do neurosurgeon? Na wewe saa hiyo akili imeanza kupotea. Na huyu ndiye anaweza kukusaidia. How do you treat? How do you expect a doctor to treat a heart that has a problem? And you didn't even have the heart for that kid in the first place. All right? So, teachers, the Lord help us. All right? We jump up to 6. For in scriptures it says, "See, I lay a stone in Zion, a chosen and precious cornerstone, and the one who trusts in him will never be put to shame." Let me tell you, students, teachers, children out there, and not only you, everybody out there, the Lord loves you. And he has said it in his word, that, and the one who trusts in him will never be put to shame. I am sure ule mwalimu anasemanga yeye ndiye alitrain, yeye ndiye alifunza our beloved President Uhuru. Anasimamanga anasema, can you hear the English this man speaks? It is fluent, nice and clear. And I'm very proud to have been his English teacher. But you get somebody, sitasema hivyo, okay? Mtu mwenye anaongea very broken English, mtu mwenye never went to school, like because even if they went to school, the teacher never bothered. So atakuwa na refer to the ladies as he, and I refer to the men as she. She is a boy. He is a girl. If the teacher does not correct that, nakwambia hata ukienda huko kuchukua visa ya kwenda, unataka kwenda ng'ambo, unauliza so you have children? Yes. Can you describe us just one of your children? Yes. My name, my child, she is a boy. In fact, very active boy. Anakuuliza, what did you say? My child, yes. She is a boy. What's the name of your child? Peter. And you said, Peter, just come again? Yes, I said, my child Peter, she is a boy and very, very active. Huyo English teacher wa huyo mwalimu, huyo student, unafikiri anasikia nini? The whole world wakijua she is a boy. Na ni wewe alipitia kwa mkono yako. All right? So, if you take time to teach those children how to speak it well, you as a parent, take time to teach your child how to do it well. Ndio utapata, utarudishiwa msichana wako, unaambiwa huyu hajui kupika. Hawezi pika, hawezi clean, nothing, hawezi fanya anything. But even then, to those, okay, that is a topic for the a little bit grown ones. You husbands, you love your wives. Na ukiona hata hajui kupika, mtafutie mtu mwenye anaweza kumfunza if she's willing. Unajua kuna wale we are not willing. Please, excuse me. Me, I went to school and I was taught, and this is what we were told. That one is very different from, oh, me, I don't know how to make fish. Sasa, I don't know. Is there anyone who can teach me how to do it? Can you see the difference between those two ladies? Okay. And it all starts where? From down there. Usipomfunza na upendo, they will not know. You have to walk in love if you have to teach them to get anything right. And we all want our children to be what? To be excellent. Even me, when I teach whatever I'm teaching here, it is because you kids, I want you to understand, you teachers, you parents, you friends, I want you to understand that it is good to walk in love. Teach them in love. If Jesus angekuwa anafunza watu alafu wanakosa kujua na anawaambia kwenda huko, hakuna kitu unashika kutoka juzi, we have walked with you all these 20 years and hakuna kitu unaelewa, you can never understand a thing. Imagine if he told people that, who would he have come to save on the cross? Sisi wote basi tungekuwa uko na matawi tukisema na kufe musalabani pigilia musumari. We would be saying that. But look at the people. The people cried. People cried when he was going to that cross. And Jesus knew what he had come to do. Why? He walked in love. So walk in love. Teach them in love. And you students obey your teachers and love them. Because if you don't listen to them, how will you ever know what is good and what is bad? How will you ever know how to add from this to the other, or subtract from this? Hey, where? My maths teacher used to tell us about something called BODMAS. I don't know if that is still taught in our schools today. Brackets of division, addition, and subtraction. If we did not know those things today, I would not even be knowing that I am being timed when I'm speaking, because you know we can talk until tomorrow. I have to know that you go with, you can reduce your word or you add or you, all right? Whatever I do today, whether I'm cooking, whether I'm talking, whether I'm washing, we have to know when to add, when to reduce, when to multiply, when to divide, when to, yeah, that way. So, I want us to see some people. I just want to give you a few examples of some people who walked in love in the Bible. And they were friends of God. And let me tell you, I have a story I want to tell you. But before I tell you my story, look at this man Enoch. Enoch was a friend of God. He even walked with God. Imagine, Enoch. Yani yeye alipenda tu Mungu kabisa. And he used to do good wherever he went. Because he knew if you don't walk with love, then surely what kind of walk are you walking? And he walked with love, I'm telling you, until he walked to heaven. The guy was carried juu alienda. Look at the Good Samaritan. The Good Samaritan. Every other person was passing and looking at that man who was hurt. Anamchungulia hivi. The way some of us look at people when there are accidents. Unapata na accident, watu wameumia wengine. Badala ya wengine waende kusaidia, kuokoa, wanaenda kusearch pockets, I'm sure. Na huyu alikuwa amebeba nini? God is watching you. And God knows what you are doing is wrong. But the Good Samaritan, what did he do? He picked this man up. He akampanguza, akamwekelea kwa kapunda yake, kongolio up to the inn. He went and made sure that the guy has been given the best room. He even sat with him that night, akimnas, so that afanye nini? Tell me if that was not love. And he even said he's going, and when he comes back, he would pay the man of the inn whatever is on top of what alifanya nini? On top of what aliwacha. But now, let me tell you my story. Because I'm sure my story is going to interest you a little bit, for you to understand why and what it means to do what? To walk in love. All right? So, I hope you can see me clearly here. This is a story that I read from somewhere, although they say that the author of the story is unknown, but it is a story that is known worldwide about the cracked pot. The cracked pot. Nyungu ambayo imefanya nini? Imevunjika. It doesn't have a hole. It is just cracked. Do you know what a crack is? Like sometimes the crack we see on the walls, all right? Yes, that is a crack. Ama on a cup. A cup inaweza anguka. It can fall, but doesn't break. The only thing it does is do what? To get a crack. And sometimes we also get cracks in our teeth. And that is why we need to see the dentist. All right? Take care of your teeth. So, this is a story about the cracked pot. And as you see here, I have two pots that were friends. But one day, unfortunately, one of the pots cracked. Now, when he cracked, the pot bearer, he still loved the pot. He didn't want to do away with him because he did not crack in such a way that he could not carry water. No, he still could carry water. And so they used to go to the river, and he would fill the other pot, which was very strong, beautiful, and it loved itself. And he would carry the pots up back to the hill, to the house, where they would pour the water into one big pot. And that water would be shared out in the chores of the home. But one day, my beautiful pot over here, he started feeling very important. Oh, please, today we are going to fetch water. And as usual, my friend on the other side, he's cracked, and he cannot even bring enough water at home. Oh boy, I wonder why they even bother carrying him up the hill. Why do they even put water in him? Look at the way he's ugly. And he would look at his friend. Look, see the way he's looking at the friend. See the way he's putting his mouth. He would look at his friend very badly, and he would make very bad comments. And let me tell you, bullying is not a good thing. It makes you feel small. It makes you feel useless, worthless, unloved. It makes you feel very bad. And then don't forget, you are being bullied by the same person you are walking with every other day. So, they would walk down and up the hill, and this is what he would feel. In the evening, the pot bearer would wipe, clean them, and keep them aside. But what did he used to do? He would wipe the better pot first, and then he would take his time to wipe the other pot, because he didn't want him to do what? To crack further, because he still loved him. So every time they went down, he would hear this pot talking about the other one. You know, I don't even see what good they see in you. You just leak water every time when you are going up. What is your problem? Can't you just hold yourself together and make the water get home? But I also bring water. What do you mean that I hold myself together? Is having a crack a bad thing? After all, I'm not broken. I'm not completely broken. I still fetch water. It doesn't matter. Look at yourself. You are ugly. You are ugly. And the other one would just keep quiet and look at him and say, I hope someday I can be able to be fixed so that I can bring home what? A pot full of water. And so, in the evening when they were wiped and put together with the other pots, my proud pot, you see the way he's beautiful, he would look at his friend. Let me put them this way. He would look at his friend. Look at yourself crying over there. What are you crying? You are supposed to have been broken many years ago. We have carried water with you for almost 2 years, and you are cracked, and you are there still crying. What is your problem? And you know, the pot bearer used to listen to them. So one day he decided, why don't I plant flowers along the side where the broken pot, the cracked pot drops the water, so that at least that water is not wasted. He never told them what he did. But this pot, he was mocked by the other one. And then the small pans and the plates and the spoons and the mop, they would tell this pot, what is wrong with you? Leave him alone. Why are you always so angry with him anyway? You bring the same water, it's put in the big pot, and that same water, it helps us to clean the house, and the mop would be like, you see, it helps me to clean. I wipe everywhere, I clean everywhere. The cleaning cloth would say, you see, me, I wipe everywhere, I dust everywhere. Why? Because I use the same water. And then the cups and the pots would say, you see, even us, the same water you bring, it cleans us up. Look at the way we are clean now. We are just sparkling. Why? Because of the water you bring. He said, the water I bring. Because, as usual, my friend on the other side, he just pours half of the water and delivers half. But I also deliver. What is wrong with you? Why are you always mocking me? You keep quiet. You deliver half. But it's still delivery. It's still water. I am so sad. I'm so sad. Why do you like mocking me? And so the story went on. And every day, the pot, the beautiful pot, would mock the what? The ugly pot. And then one day, that ugly pot, when they were at the river, he felt sad. He waited until the beautiful pot had been filled with water. When it got to his turn, he talked to the pot bearer. He told him, my friend, why is it that the other pot mocks me like this? I feel so bad. I feel so useless. I'm so unwanted. If only I could fall down and crack completely, I break completely, so that I cannot be used again. He said, why are you saying that? He said, because this pot is just too much. I carry water up, even if I don't get a full pot of water in the house. At least I get half of the water into the house. Why? Why does he mock me? Why does he hate me? Why does he? And this pot was listening. Mr. Pot here, ameweka masikio? And he was like, yes, 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 you are very useless. You are very useless. Let me say the word, useless. You can't carry water pot full to the house. And the pot bearer told him, don't say that. Everybody is very useful in everything that they do. Are you the only one who carries water into the house? He said, but I carry a full pot of water. Full. Can you note that? Full. He said, that is not good. Every one of you is very important in their own way. And then the little pot would say, no, me, I know I'm not useful. Even I don't know why you put a full pot, you put water full onto me. And yet you know I'm going to pour half of it to the house. So the pot bearer was like, okay, I want you to tell me something. We are going to walk from here to the gate of the house. And everybody tell me, what can you see on your side of, yes, on the side where I carry you, all right? So you full pot, check on your side. And you cracked pot, check on your side. And so they started walking home. And as they walked home, the river is here, the gate is here, the water that, the cracked pot is on this side, and the full beautiful pot is on this side. So as they were walking up, of course, Kimbelembele pot, he started talking, all the way from down the river. What can you see? Stones. I can't see anything good here. Just dry grass, twigs. What did you want us to see? What did you want us to see? There's nothing to see. You see, that is what people say. There's nothing to see. Hey, there's nothing to see on this side. And then when the other pot was asked, and you, what do you see? He said, I see flowers, I see a butterfly, I see a bee picking some nectar, I see children playing, and others picking flowers for their parents. I see children enjoying themselves on nice green grass. That is what I'm seeing. So when they got home, the pot bearer put the water in the big pot, and then he told them, do you see now? You are very, very important. But you, my handsome pot, what did you see? Nothing. There was nothing to see, just stones and dry grass. I mean, anyway, what do you mean by all these things that what did we see? What do we need to see apart from seeing who brings home the pot that is full of water? He said, okay, listen to me. You know, you pot, you did not see anything because you don't see anything good in your friend. You don't see anything good in your friend. And it is not nice. You should see that he tries to bring home also a half pot full of water. And the same water that we put there is what is used and shared in, among the house chores. So you should not be mocking him because he still brings in water just as much as you do. And you, my friend, you stop crying. Do you know what? You bring a lot of happiness to so many people. See, the children, remember you told me you saw children playing? Children cannot go and play on a rough place where the grass is dry, where there are rocks and stones. No. You said you saw children playing. Children will play happy games in a happy place. All right? You said you saw butterflies. Butterflies will not fly on a place where there are no flowers. You said you saw bees. Bees will pick nectar from beautiful flowers. And you said you saw children that were sitting on a nice playground enjoying themselves. People don't sit in a nice place and in a place to enjoy themselves unless it is somewhere which is beautiful. Look at the house. We have beautiful flowers that we are picked from where? From the same root that you normally deliver, pour water from. So when you leak water, you do something good because we planted flower seeds, and look at the flowers that have come up. Bright, beautiful flowers. They are happy, the bees are happy, butterflies are happy, children are happy. So you make people's hearts happy. He said, really? I thought I was useless. I told him, no, you are a very useful pot. And so are you. You help because when you bring a full pot, you have brought more water. And so that means less trips for me to the river. But you are supposed to also look at the other person. What have they done? They have brought joy along the path of coming home. And so from that day, that pot was like, when they were cleaned and put back, he was like, oh my, I am so sorry, Mr. Pot. From today, I want to be your friend. I just want us to be friends. I'm so sorry for mocking you, for telling you you're useless. Forgive me, please forgive me. And the little pot told him, I will forgive you. Even though I have cracks and they cannot go away, I want you to know that you are still my friend. Because even if I don't deliver a full pot, you deliver the full pot on my behalf. But we do live in a happy environment. And so that day, they dreamt themselves playing in a beautiful garden of flowers. And that is the end of my story. Now, what does that story teach us? That we can walk together in love. And when we walk together in love, we can do things in a good way. Everybody has different ways of doing something different, but they do what? But they can help one another. And I am a living example. How? I want you to look at my fingers. Mama Kisumu's fingers, hello? Can you see the last two fingers? Those two fingers, they can never come together like this, like the way these ones are. Because that is the way I was born. And that is the trademark from my family, my mother's side. Their fingers look like this, all right? And that does not mean that my hands stop working, the rest of the fingers start telling these ones, oh, you are crooked, you are what, you cannot do anything. But let me tell you, when I have to pick a sufuria, I have to hold this way. So all the fingers come together. They help one another. I want to think if I didn't have these fingers, what would happen? Huh? What would happen? And I want to try and do something. I would feel like there's something missing down here, isn't it? So, children, I want you to not think that the other person is not important. Look at these fingers now, as they are. This one is on the side, this one is short, another one is taller, another one is a little bit taller, and this one is short and very crooked. No, I should use this one, short and very crooked. But let me tell you, nikianza kupika chapo, sisi wote, tukianza kupika keki, sisi wote tunako, because we are united. God made us different. In our different ways, we should be united in love. Work together in love. And when you work together in love, things come out easy. If this finger was not there, I want you to write now. Write. Just that I don't have a pen here. Huh? I can imagine you'd be holding your, like this, to try and write like that. Without this one, it would feel very funny. All right? If you are to wash clothes with just this, I'm here and I'm trying to wash, just this. Can this one do this? You will take a longer time. But because these ones are there, they will hold this side and the rest will hold the other side. And the same will go on this one. And when we, it works together. So it will work together when you walk in love. I have a memory verse today that I want us to read. It tells us what to do, all right? And this is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19. And what does it say? The Lord knows those who are his, and everyone who confesses the name of the Lord must turn away from wickedness. Must turn away from wickedness. Let's go that over again. All right? And I'm showing you like this so that you can go and be able to make one for yourself. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19. It says what? That the Lord knows. The Lord knows. He knows. You don't need to tell him. All right? The Lord knows those who are his. He knows those who are his. If you are a bully and you don't want to be told and you don't want to listen, whom do you belong to? Because who is a bully in this case? Huh? The devil. The devil loves bullying the children of God. He does not like them. So you, the bully, think twice about the person who is trying to tell you to bully other kids. All right? And those who are being bullied, do not hit back, because you know who you belong to. All right? He knows those who are his. And everyone who confesses, all right? Everyone who confesses the name, all right? The name of the Lord. If you say, mimi nimeokoka nampenda Yesu, I love Jesus. If you say that, then you must turn away from what? All wickedness. It doesn't matter whether you are a child, you're a parent, you're a teacher, you're a pastor, you're a what? A governor, because all those are people we love. But if you love God and you call yourself, you call upon the name of the Lord and you say, me, I love Jesus. If you profess that you are a Christian and you love Jesus, you must turn away from what? From all wickedness. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19. So, I hope you can be able to do yourself something like this. I just used paper and make yourself a memory verse. And with this memory verse, you can even attach it, all right? You can attach it with a string from one to the other one and hang them in your room so that you can continue teaching yourself, memorizing the memory verses. And don't forget the story of the pots, all right? If you can, draw 2 pots, crack one, and then the other one draw beautifully. You will not forget. Let me tell you, walk in love. And when you walk in love, you will be walking with Jesus. And when you walk with Jesus, then you cannot walk wrong. It will all be very, very good. Children of God, we don't want bullies. Teachers, we love you. And I'm just praying for all of us, because someday we shall be judged harshly for what we do, all right? Those who know, they do what I have just said. I don't want to hide anything. It is true. I passed through the same. And I know the teachers I loved and I know the teachers I did not like. But I forgave them when I got saved, because I know without forgiveness, then you cannot see God, all right? But I know that you can change. You can change, all right? Take care of these kids and God will take care of your own, okay? Now, children, be obedient to your teachers. Be obedient to your parents. Be obedient to your Sunday school teachers. And let God know that you can walk in obedience to Him and walk in love. So, till next week, walk in love and God bless you. Goodbye.
We will be your hands.